lashes, thanks for clicking this video. Today I bring you some voiceover action and some breakfast jars. Breakfast jars. Breakfast jars. Breakfast jars. Yay! And the next morning they look like this. We're making 2 flavors today, so it should be fun. You're gonna need chia seeds, pecans, ham hearts, delicious ham hearts, cocoa powder, vanilla extract. And just a quick note that's a new rule in the WHOLE3O. You can read more in their website, but here's a brief excerpt of the new rule change, which is really nice because it really goes a long way. All right, coconut cream, 100% coconut cream. It's a beautiful label, so simple. And we get this delivered because we can't find it anywhere. And then dates, of course, you can add as many dates as you want, but we like to add 2 per jar flavors. We have raspberries, mint, and organic lemon juice. You could use just a regular lemon too. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our mint. It grows like a savage, which is beautiful. And here we are cutting it because we're going to eat it. Yum, 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 yum. And then, yes, here it is, all cut. After washing it, we take the stems off and then we grind it. You don't need this fancy pans tool. You can just use a knife, whatever. But the goal is to get it finely chopped. Wee. Nice. And then just collect it all. And pit those dates, baby. We find that dates with pits are much more delicious than the pitted ones that are also accessible, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Luckily, we got lucky. Anyway, the coconut cream, this is gross. As you can see, it's just these chunks. And this happens because during the winter time, it just gets chunky like this. So we like to break it apart, but the most important thing to remember is using an electric whisk that just completely combines everything until it's like liquidy. Doesn't quite work for this recipe because it just makes it liquidy. It doesn't congeal as well. When it's not cold and it doesn't get chunky like this, the cream is just a silky, beautiful milk consistency. But we make do with what we can. We use this bean squisher thing, and this worked the best. And you don't want to get rid of those chunks. You just want to kind of just separate it a little bit, and that's that. As you can see here, I am just not using math at all because I'm not a smart person and I'm lazy. Like 3/4 of a cup, and then just distributing it evenly across all the jars. Now I'm adding salt to my cocoa powder. There's a last over cocoa powder and I'm sad. So again, I just take a teaspoon, I guess, and I do like a couple teaspoons each, just as much as I want. I like it chocolatey, so. And then this is a key. You want to, of course, mix it until, as you can see, these chunks are dissolved. And you whisk. But again, you don't want to make it milky. You want to leave, do you see that chunk? That's kind of how you want it to look. And this is kind of after it's sat for like a minute, it just looks already congealed. And there's a key, guys. This is not a super elegant jar. It's just not so, it's just gonna not be like the most perfect parfait pudding thing. So we like it chunky like this. The cocoa powder makes it congeal faster. It just acts like a paste. With the mint ones, on the other hand, we did the same thing. We added the mint and just a healthy portion in there. Look how beautiful. And then we added like a teaspoon of lemon juice. In retrospect, we would have added less. This is the first time making something with lemon juice. We usually use just zest would have been better, like a zest. If you can have the zest, I would add that instead of the juice because it will get more liquidy than the chocolate. It doesn't have that powder that the cocoa powder ones have to congeal it. So it'll be a tiny bit of that soupy consistency, but hopefully you can overlook it because it's just lemon juice. So just add less than a teaspoon, maybe like half of a teaspoon. So here are the babies, just 8 in total, 4 and 4. And then again, because we're not using math for some reason or another, we are just distributing the raspberries just 2 by 2, just to be equal and fair. And look at those babies. Look how beautiful. And then just for the chocolate ones, we add half a cap of vanilla extract. This just really adds that depth of flavor. I love vanilla, and it just makes it feel like just your tummy feels fuller for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so good. And then I just kind of mix it a tiny bit. It's time now for the dates. We like to use scissors like this. You know, after they're pitted, we just cut a couple into each jar. Just cutting dates. But like again, I just want to reiterate, the reason we're not super, sticklers with measurements here is because it's a lazy breakfast jar. And also it's because these are just the most versatile dishes you can make. It's grab and go, it's amazing. It's amazing meal prep, and you can add as many dates or as little dates as you want. If you're not doing the Whole30, then add honey, add freaking whatever you want. But Whole30, we just want to add the dates just for the fiber, for the filler. We usually also add bananas, for the carbs, but for now the dates are enough carbs. Now some hem hearts for protein. We are only doing the hem hearts for the lemon and mint ones. There is a ton of protein in hem heart. And now for the chocolate ones, some pecans. We do like a palm of pecans, and then we break them up. And then now we're going to do chia seeds, which is, as you can tell, on our counter in a midst, but we just kind of just sprinkle. And then now a spoon's worth of almond butter. Just really be generous with that dollop. Oh my goodness, it's just, what else do you need? That's beauty to me. Anyways, just do these for all of them. Yeah, look at that. That's how they should look. And then we're not animals, of course. We garnish. Look at that. The chocolate ones are my favorite, but the mint are the boyfriend's favorite, and they're still pretty good. I made him trade me one chocolate for a mint, and he didn't mind. But the mint and lemon ones are so good. Like I said, it'll be a tiny bit of soupiness, but it's still good. And the chocolate should be just all chunky. But anyway, so we put the tops in them and we store them. And then this is how they look the next morning. Look at that. That's a mint one. As you can see here, you can see it through the jar. It's still chunky, but a little soupy. And then this is a chocolate one. And as you can see, this one is literally pudding. Like, look at that. And we're not trying to recreate pudding. That's not the spirit. It's just a packed breakfast jar with fats and proteins and just amazingness. Big old bite. That's a mint one. Why I'm saying wow. And then I'm like, minty. Me with chocolate, as you can see So anyway, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Stay safe out there, and hopefully for this Whole30 at home that's starting, that we kind of got a head start on. Works out for everybody who's doing it. And yeah, make these jars, change them up as much as you want, and tag me and show me what you made. I want to get more ideas. Please like and subscribe and share and say hi, please. I like to talk and see how your Whole30 is doing. All right, peace.